Hey guys, welcome back to the Dally Diaries. It's Kristel here, and I just wanted to have a little chat about something that's been on my mind for quite some time. I've been thinking about it a lot when I'm in shops looking at skincare and when I'm online browsing skincare options. And then I came across a video, and there are so many of these, but this particular video was entitled "The Anti-Aging Cure Nobody is Talking About." And I just found it really puzzling because I don't understand why we're looking at aging faces as a problem that needs a cure, something that needs to be cured. I find it a really strange concept. I am 43 years old. I have not had any Botox or filler, but absolutely no shade to anyone who has, because it's totally your right to do what feels right for you. I've definitely found that lately I am more in the minority of someone my age that doesn't have these things done, especially around where I'm living. But I will say that my close girlfriends also haven't had these things done. So I guess it kind of, depends on what sort of circles you move in. But as someone who has a background in media, in the entertainment, media, radio industry, it does feel like I'm more of an anomaly. And that feels kind of strange to me because I don't know when we were taught that we aren't okay just as we are. I just don't understand it. My brother died when he was 10. And so I try and remind myself that just being here and just having another day on this earth with breath in my body is actually a privilege, even if I have an extra wrinkle. And I feel like I've earned my lines on my face and my wrinkles. I've had a lot of trauma in my life and I've laughed a lot. And all of that is very evident on my face. I have a very expressive face, which is something I've always had. I was voted best facials in high school. And so I feel like I've earned those lines and those wrinkles. I don't think there is anything wrong with trying to look as good as you can, but I do think there's something wrong in this concept that we seem to have these days, that is, you're not okay as you are. You absolutely are okay as you are. You are still beautiful even if you have lines on your face, even if you've got a bit of sagging going on. Like, none of that, it doesn't mean you're not beautiful. If you want to do something about that, then that's fine. But if you're doing it because you feel like you're not okay as you are, that's not true. Like, you are just perfect. Aging is totally allowed. It is okay to age. And I think I definitely would prefer that we looked at it as, okay, maybe slowing the signs of aging instead of anti-aging. And quite frankly, I'm more interested in slowing the signs of aging in my body. Like, I would take all the wrinkles in the whole universe if my knee joints would just work the way they did when I was 20. Like, that is so much more important to me, to be able to move around without pain. Absolutely fabulous. And I just find it a really odd concept of age being something we need to cure, especially looking like we're aging. Like, it's a crime for women to look like they're aging. No, it's not. It's really not. I don't know. I think there's this concept that we have that someone chose the face of like a 16 to 20-year-old and decided that that is the pinnacle of beauty. That is the most beautiful you will ever be in your life. That's crap. Yes, of course there is beauty in youth. You have that plump skin and it's all fresh and dewy and doesn't have the age spots or whatever on it. Yes, that's beautiful. But it's also beautiful to see a woman who is mature, who has lived a life and who has that expressiveness in her face. I just think we need to stop thinking of beauty as only applying to one very niche, very specific group of people, because that is just garbage. That's just garbage. It's not a niche. It's not like you don't have to be a certain color. You don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to have certain features. Like, there is beauty in individuality. And anyway, it's just something that's been kind of like on my mind a lot lately. And this, I'm not intending to cause any kind of shade to anyone, because I firmly believe that you are within your rights to do whatever makes you happy. It's your body, it's your life. You only get one. So, do what feels good for you, but just please don't feel pressured. Don't feel like you have to do these things to be able to present yourself in the world, to be able to leave your house. You don't have to have a perfectly smooth forehead. It's not a requirement for you to exist in this world, okay? Anyway, that's just some stuff that I've been thinking about. I even wrote down notes because like I said, it's been really weighing on my mind. And I do think that there is a lot of this comes from advertising and businesses that have created problems so that we will spend our money on buying things to solve those problems. Things that we might not have even known was a problem, or it might not have entered our heads. Like, I don't know, like I have a friend who used to work in an adult dancing establishment, and the stuff that she was going to have done, I was like, oh my gosh, like in a million years I would never have thought of doing that stuff. Let's just say it's downstairs stuff. Like I never knew that could be a problem to someone, and yet in that environment that became a problem for someone. I don't know, it's just, I think it's something we need to think really seriously about, as to whether we're making decisions for ourselves or we're making decisions that have been influenced by a society that is trying to sell us stuff. Like, I'm not immune to, I definitely have days where I'm like, oh, are there any other YouTubers on the internet that are doing beauty that have like wrinkles still? Am I the only one? Of course I'm not. Of course I'm not. But sometimes it can feel a little bit like, oh, should I be doing something about that? But I don't know. I like I said, I think I've earned those wrinkles. I've earned those lines. And I think we are beautiful just the way we are. Yes, you can do things to boost your confidence and that are going to make you feel good about yourself, but just remember to do it for you. That's all I'm saying. I welcome your thoughts, and I certainly hope I haven't offended anyone with this. It's just what's been on my mind lately. All right, take care. Have a great day or night wherever you are in the world. Much love. Peace out.